sets for game number 2. Hunter Tillery will be the starting pitcher for Rapid City Post 22. So, Greg, you are allowed to stay in the booth, or you probably feel good to stay in the booth now that you're right that Hunter Tillery is the starting pitcher.
I've made multiple projections throughout this season and finally got one right. I'm 1 for 2021.
Well, hey, at least it's better than being 0 for 20.
0 for 20. We talked about the 2020 bingo card, so hopefully we don't have to start talking about a 2021 bingo card.
We're just about set here for this second game as both Coach Torvey and Coach Brian White talking right now. We're at around home plate exchanging the lineup cards. We'll go through those lineups here in just a little bit. But, Greg, as we get into game number 2 here for the Eights, you've already at least got the split, but now this becomes I wouldn't say it becomes even more important, but if you can get a sweep here at the Fitz, at the newly renovated Fitz with the fans that have been, they're always strong here in Rapid City, but this new field, Post 22 is always tough at home. The way the Eights started the season at 2-5, now 1-8 in a row, you can get a sweep here against the Hardhats on the road. How incredible would that be?
I'll be honest. My history with the Post 8 system goes back not nearly as long as a lot of people probably listening on KCCR tonight, but I can go back at least probably 10 years or more, and if Post 8 was able to even come within a handful of runs in most years against Post 22, you considered it a moral victory. And so as we come into game 2 of this doubleheader tonight, Post 8 now sitting 2-0 against Post 22 here in 2021, and has the potential to possibly get a doubleheader sweep against Rapid City Post 22. Not only would that be the first time that Post 8 would be able to sweep Post 22, just get the sweep, but then to potentially get a sweep in Rapid City. I mean, that would be just the cherry on top of the sundae.
As we should be having first pitch here shortly, getting set for this second game of the doubleheader. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean, a 9-8 win in game number 1. It looks like Post 22 is about to take the field. We will step aside one more time, take a 1-minute break, come back with first pitch. Listening to Post 8 Baseball. Actually, we'll take a 2-minute break as well. Actually, have the national anthem, so we'll take a break here. We'll come back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The Association of South Dakota County Weed and Pest Boards reminds all landowners and managers to look for and control noxious weeds this spring and summer. The receding water levels have provided new areas for noxious weeds to establish. Infestations that are found and treated early reduce the cost of control. For help identifying and controlling noxious weeds, call your county weed and pest supervisor or the South Dakota Department of Agriculture. Remember, good neighbors control noxious weeds.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
ServiceMASTER of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give ServiceMASTER a call at 224-9919. ServiceMASTER, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. ServiceMASTER, 224-9919.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
CommTech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. CommTech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at CommTech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, CommTech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. CommTech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. CommTech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at CommTechPlus.com.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or post-state apparel? All-around graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All-around graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All-around graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
AGTEGRA in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust AGTEGRA in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call AGTEGRA of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of heat-a-lator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of heat-a-lator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-a-lator fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Are you driving a 2014 or newer vehicle? Are there less than 100,000 miles on it? Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is prepared to give you top dollar. Again, if your ride is 2014 or newer with less than 100,000 miles, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you top dollar for it right now. Trade it in or sell it to us. Doesn't matter. Your vehicle has never been worth more than it is right now. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
As we welcome you back here to the Fitz as we are set for game number 2 between Post States and the Rapid City Hardhats. Have the ceremonial first pitch thrown out before we get underway as we will go through the batting order. As it will be Cade Hinkle leading things off. He's the catcher. Batting second will be McGuire Rasky playing left field. Andy Gordon at third base playing third. Jaden Wiebe at second base, batting fourth. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, batting fifth. Jack Merkwan, the DH, batting sixth. Elliot Life will bat seventh to play center field. Isaac Pollock, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Matthew Hansen, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Young man about to throw the first pitch out. As Jack Van Camp is on the mound for Post State. He'll take the mound in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, and we'll take a quick peek back at Jack Van Camp through 17 pitches in that night or the 7th inning of game number 1. So he will be limited to 88 pitches here in game number 2. So unless he has the kind of dominant outing that Isaac Pollock had yesterday against Sturgis, and he certainly has that potential. He certainly has the potential to go a full 7 innings and get away with 88 pitches. But if he does, it will be a monumental outing against a very good offensive team that Rapid City Post 22 will roll out here tonight.
As the eights will go against that Hunter Artillery, who again was playing first base in the first game and ended up coming out of that ball game, and now will be the starting pitcher. Left-hander will get his warm-up tosses in as the Shadows have taken over almost the entire infield. A little sliver around shortstop that's still out peeking in the sun, and a little bit behind or around second base, but everything else is all in the outfield now, as the lights have not quite turned on yet, but will be here soon for the Hardhats here at the Fitz and the newly renovated Fitz. It's a great facility. It was before. It's a great facility here for this doubleheader, and I think at this point, you're seeing some of the stuff that they're probably going to add, or at least some ideas that they probably have to add around for this new stadium or a renovated stadium. They put a lot of money into it, and I think they're going to reap the benefits. Maybe not even this year, but in the next few years, maybe even this year too. They'll reap the benefits of this, what will be a great ballpark, or already is a great ballpark here in Rapid City. On a beautiful night, right around 9 o'clock is when we're going to get first pitch here. So it is going to be a late one, but hope you stay with us throughout this ball game here on KCCR and also on YouTube at KCCR Sports, as Cade Hinkle will make his way to the plate to be the leadoff man. He went 1 for 3 in game number 1. A single to lead off the ball game, a sac fly in the top of the 4th. At that point, gave the eights that tied the ball game up. They took their first lead, actually held on to that lead throughout the rest of that ball game. We're ready to go here in game number 2. John McClure alongside Greg Dean. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. As Hunter Tillery, the left-hander, him and Jack Van Camp will both toe that far third base side of the rubber. First pitch is missed for ball 1 as we are underway here at 7:58 local time. 9 o'clock back in the capital city. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one off the hands of Hinkle, caught by the first baseman Goebel. The leadoff man retired. Here to open up the ball game.
82 degrees at first pitch at 7:58 Mountain Time, and the wind has really died down. Was blowing close to 20 miles an hour out of the north at first pitch of game number 1, down to 6 miles an hour out of the northeast here to start game number 2.
First pitch to McGuire Rasky is taken for a strike. 0-1 here to the left fielder. Went 2 for 4 in game number 1. 2 singles. Came around to score both times, have been on base. There's a base hit through the shift on the right side, and Rasky has the first hit of the ball game for the eights here on the top of the first.
And the thing I liked about that was the fact that McGuire Rasky, when he's going good, he pulls the ball a lot. And even though the shift was on, just hit a rope through the right side in between Goebel at first and the second baseman Sherbensky, and so that's a very encouraging sign for Post 8 and McGuire Rasky.
First pitch to Andy Gordon is taken high for ball 1. Gordon in game number 1 went 2 for 5, had an RBI single in each of the 2 hits that he had. Here's a 1-0 pitch. There's a line shot to right center field. That's down for a base hit. Rasky will stop at second as a ball comes floating back in. It's first and second with 1 down. And I'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Jaden Wiebe. It's not Bennett D in the cleanup spot. He's batting 5th. Jaden Wiebe swung the bat real well as of late, and he gets a chance to hit with first and second and 1 down here in the top of the first inning. He had the walk-off 2-run single yesterday Boy, it feels like yesterday was a long time ago. In the first game of that, the 3 games that Post State play, or the 2 games that Post State played, first pitch is upstairs for ball 1.
Now, we've seen a lot of good baseball in the last 24 hours. The walk-off win versus Aberdeen, the Isaac Pollock 8-7 inning shutout, throwing just 75 pitches, and then the 9-8 victory here in game number 1 over Post 22.
1-0 pitch is taken for a strike, and it's 1-1 here to Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe did not hit in game number 1. He was the starting pitcher, picked up the win. He left with the lead, gets held on to it, and Jack Van Camp picked up the save. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Wiebe with a sharp line drive. That will drop into left field for a base hit, and the bases are now loaded. 3 singles in a row for Post State. And it'll bring up Bennett Dean with a chance to potentially unload them and give the Eights an early lead in this ball game. They didn't score to the top of the 3rd in the game 1 win.
And the Eights continue to swing hot bats. They're just, we talked about how hitting can be contagious, and earlier on this year, the Eights were just kind of in a little bit of a funk. The averages look good, but they just were not able to produce a lot of runs, and right now they've kind of turned that tide.
Here's the first pitch to Bennett Dean. That's off the catcher's glove of Solano. And it's taken for strike 1. He's had a little bit of problem. That's the first time it's happened in the game itself, but he struggled to catch the ball in the warm-up pitches from Tillery. Maybe he's got a new catcher's glove, not broke in yet. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Tillery to Dean. Swings and misses a fastball that Dean was well behind, and the count's quickly 0-2. Jack Merkwan, the DH, is on deck. Bases are loaded with 1 down here in the top of the 1st inning.
Yeah, Tillery, one of the better post-22 pitchers. Probably he might. I don't know if he's their ace, but he's certainly in the top 2 or 3.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will bounce. It'll get away. Rasky will come in. He'll slide head first in and take the first run for the Eights. A good read there from McGuire Rasky. Counts now 1-2, and Post State has a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's important. You really would hate to leave the bases loaded in the top of the 1st and not get at least 1 out of there. And so that's a big run on the board, and the Eights take an early lead here 1-0 with just 1 out and runners still in scoring position.
1-2 pitch on the outside edge, and Dean will take it for strike 3, and there's now 2 away, and that will bring up Jack Merkwan, the DH.
Merkwan having a good night, and again, just a young man who was scuffling a little bit early in the Legion season, but has started to find his groove here in the last 3-4 games.
Here's the first pitch from Tillery to Merkwan. That one will be taken for strike 1. Merkwan went 2 for 3, 2 singles, had a walk, and he grounded back to the pitcher. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Tillery to Merkwan. Comes inside. Merkwan's able to dance his way out from being hit. And the count's now 1-1. Did a little salsa move there. Didn't salsa his way back into the box, but here's the 1-1 pitch from the left-hander Tillery. Instead, Merkwan will call time. Maybe he'll salsa back in this time. Nope, still didn't do it. Am I surprised? No.
Do you have a walking taco? Is that what's bringing up all the Hispanic references?
Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's taken for strike 2. It's now 1-2. I did not. It didn't have a walking taco. But I don't know. The salsa dances might be the most fun dance to see, especially Victor Cruz made that pretty popular. As the 1-2 pitch is taken for strike 3. And Merkwan will go down looking as well. 1 run does score on 3 hits in the inning. No errors and 2 men left on base. We're at the bottom of the 1st. Post State has a 1-0 lead over the Hardhats as we salsa our way into the bottom of the 1st inning. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Bottom of the first inning, as Post State has a 1-0 lead. Jack Van Camp will work with that 1-run lead. Yeah, he was the guy that got the save in that first game, and he will be back on the mound for Post State as he will deal with Jet Sullivan, Riker Henning, Jake Goebel, the first 3 hitters, and Jake Solano, Drew Sherbensky, and Dalton Klosterman. Harrison Good, Hayden Holick, and Dylan Marsh will be the final 3 hitters of the order. As Sullivan in his lone at-bat came in to pinch hit, got a base hit against Jack Van Camp in that bottom of the 7th inning, and he'll lead off here to open up the bottom of the first. Here's the first pitch from the left-hander Van Camp, and that one is right back to Van Camp, but a much softer this time as he'll make the catch, and there's 1 pitch and 1 out. That had to be coming about as slow as molasses to Van Camp after the 98 exit velocity from Jake Goebel back at him.
Yeah, if you weren't with us for Game 1, Jack Van Camp came in to pitch the 7th inning, and the first 3 batters just hit rockets right back up the chute.
That one's popped up, fouled out of play by Riker Henning. You can actually, if you go to Twitter and go to JAWink20, I got the clip of it up on my Twitter feed, so you can go watch it from the YouTube broadcast. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is taken outside for ball 1. You can also go to YouTube and watch that clip after this game is over as well, so either or.
You're just a social media guru.
1-1 pitch is ground back up to Hanson. He'll make the play to first base, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. I don't know if a guru is the right word.
Star?
No, not even that.
Svengali?
That might be closer. Spencer Kelly, he's our technical producer back at the station. He's wanting me to tweet the Aaron Booth home run. Have to give me a little bit on that one. Because while I did do that after when we were in the commercial break, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to do that during a commercial break during the game itself. So that one will make its way up to Twitter. Jake Goebel will take the 1-0 pitch for a strike and is now 1-1. He also says that it's the greatest moment in Post State history. Aaron Booth would probably agree with that, too. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled back and is now 1-2.
Had a chance to talk to Aaron Booth's older brother, Matt, who lives out here, teaches school at New Underwood, so he was in attendance and had a chance to see that. Actually had our call on.
1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss by Jake Goebel as a 1-2-3 for Jack Van Camp. We step aside and go to the top of the second. 1-0 lead for Post State. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AIRTECH Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AIRTECH Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AIRTECH Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Top of the second inning, it is a 1-0 lead for the Eights, as it'll be 7-8-9. Isaac Pollock will bat after Elliott Life, and then he'll be followed by Matt Hansen. As Elliott Life had himself a good first game as well. All the Eights in that lineup had at least got on base one time, if not a couple of hits. Elliott Life went 2 for 4 with a single and a triple. Only Matt Hansen was the lone guy that didn't end up picking up a hit in that ball game, and he did reach base on a walk. Here's the first pitch from Tillery to the left-hander Life. He'll foul it back. And it's 0-1 quickly here to the Center fielder here in game number 2. We got to start in center field both games for the Eights.
Tillery, the left-hander, works off of the far third base side of the rubber, and good velocity and good control, and just really does a nice job keeping spotting his pitches, and we saw that a couple of times, the strikeout to Dean and the strikeout to Merkwan in the top of the first.
Lights are on now here at Dave Plouffe Field. The count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Life. That one will also miss low, and the count quickly goes to 2-1.
Yeah, one of the things that I guess I didn't notice when we first got here, but even though the $5 million renovation took place out here at Fitzgerald Stadium, one of the things that stayed the same, and about the only thing that stayed the same, is the fence and the light standards.
Yeah.
The light standards are still the old-style lattice light standards.
3-1 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 3-2.
Interesting
what was that again?
Lattice.
You've had some pretty big words to use in the broadcast here.
Hey, my
game 1 and game 2.
Word of the day calendar comes in handy every once in a while.
LA Life will take strike 3 looking, and that's 3 strikeouts in a row dating back to last inning for Tillery, and all 3 have gone down looking. As there's one down here in the top of the second inning, and it'll bring up Isaac Pollock, who's playing right field here in game number 2.
And Tillery able to spot that 2-strike pitch, and that was a pitch on the outside corner going away from that the left-hander threw, going away from the left-handed hitting Life, and found the corner for strike number 3.
1-0 pitch, and Isaac Pollock right down the third base line. That's fair for a base hit. He's going to dig for 2. He's got himself an extra base hit. 4th hit of the ball game here for Post State, and Pollock is on at second with a 1-out double.
Yeah, just a rope sitting on a fastball from Tillery, and right under the glove of Riker Henney at third base, and Klosterman really on his horse, and if he's not at a full sprint right away on that ball, because that ball he had Pollock kind of shaded around towards center field, and Klosterman had to go a long way into the corner to just keep Pollock with a double with that pitch.
First pitch almost comes in and hits Hansen, but it will be taken inside for ball 1.
Hansen, the team leader in being hit by pitches, 4 through 14 games.
Tillery comes set from the stretch. Here's the 1-0 pitch to the shortstop. Inside, it is now 2-0. Pollock is on at second here with 1 down the top of the second inning. 1-0 lead for the Eights, but they have another runner in scoring position. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Tillery. That was on the inside corner. It's now 2-1.
Post 22 after tonight, they get a couple days off, and then they go for a 4-game swing out in Missoula over the weekend.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That was a swing and a miss. It goes off the catcher's mitt, and it's now 2-2. First I thought you said Post State, and a couple days off. It'll feel like a couple days off, but it's only 1 for Post State. But you said Post 22. I misheard you. Shows how much I'm paying attention to you.
Solano, like you said earlier, just having a little bit of problem back behind the plate. I mean, the ball's popping out of his glove. He had a bad throw back to Tillery in the warm-up, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Hansen goes the other way out to right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Pollock will stop at third base. It's first and third here with 1 down, and Hansen's got his first hits of the doubleheader. And they'll bring it back to the top of the order for Cade Hinkle.
Eights now have 5 hits on the board through an inning and a third, and just taking some real good approaches at the plate right now, and against, certainly like we said, one of the top end starters for this post 22 ball club.
Here is Cade Hinkle with 1 down, runners at first and third. Here's the first pitch to the catcher from Tillery. That one's outside for ball 1. Tillery's got to be careful there. That was very close to not even stopping. He's slow to bring the glove down, and almost looked like he brought it down and brought it right back up before coming set. We saw 1 balk already in this ball game that gave a run for Post State. This time he comes fully set. 1-0 pitch is outside, and it's now 2-0.
And nice Probably a strategic decision from Kelvin Torvey, the Post 22 head coach, to throw the left-hander Tillery against this left-handed heavy lineup for Post State.
There's a ground ball back to the pitcher at one, at second, back to first, a inning-ending double play, and they strand Pollock over at third base. So it goes a 1-6-3 double play to finish out the inning, and the Hardhats get out of it without any damage. No runs, one hit, no errors, and two hits, and one man left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. Post State has a 1-0 lead over Post 22. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call TODD'S Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, TODD'S Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call TODD'S Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. TODD'S Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
When something just isn't right, it's natural to talk about it.
If you had a toothache, you'd tell someone. If you found out you had diabetes, you'd learn to take care of it.
But when you're feeling stressed, sad, or worried, you're less likely to tell someone.
Why do we treat physical and mental health so differently?
There is no difference. We all need someone to talk to, and there's nothing shameful about wanting to be healthy for you.
When you just need someone to talk to, contact Rising Hope Counseling at 494-1500 or risinghope605.com.
Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Rising Hope Counseling, because if you have hope,
you have everything.
As we welcome you back here, it is Post State's a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. John Michael alongside Greg Dean as the Eights have that 1-0 lead, as it'll be for Post 22, 4, 5, and 6. Jack Van Camp looked sharp in that first inning.
Yeah, and he looked good in the seventh inning of game number 1, and so we'll see if that outing continues. Again, through 17 pitches to get the save in game number 1, so he's limited to 88 pitches here in game number 2. So the Eights will have to potentially have somebody ready in the bullpen as they get deeper on in this game, but with the fact that they've got 4 and maybe more 5 or 6 games in Sioux Falls this weekend, you got to figure that Van Camp's gonna reach that 105 pitch limit tonight.
There's a 1-hopper over, 2-hopper for Andy Gordon at third base. Leadoff man is retired as a throw retires Solano to retire the first man. It'll be Drew Sherbensky, the second baseman, to come to play with one down here in the bottom of the second inning.
And again, other than Goebel, who again we talked about him being an all-state football player, all-state defensive lineman, just about everybody else in this Post 22 lineup runs really well, and so there's a lot of speed up and down the lineup for the Hardhats tonight. So something to keep in mind as we get deeper into this game.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Sherbensky. That one just misses outside, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. Good crowd here. The crowd's filled in for the second game of the doubleheader. Got a bigger crowd than we had at the end of the game 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is popped up right side. Looks like it should go out of play, and it will run out of play as Pollock ran out of room to try and make the catch, and the count's now at 1-2.
For Jack Van Camp, he comes in. This is his fourth appearance, third start of the year. He's 2-1 on the year. Now has a save. Actually, this would be his fifth appearance. He did as he pitched in game 1 of this doubleheader.
1-2 pitch is just outside, and the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
9 2/3 innings so far this year. Has given up just 1 earned run, walked 10, but struck out 14.
Line shot into right field for a base hit. First hit of the ball game for Sherbensky. And that'll bring up the number 6 hitter, Dalton Klosterman, the left fielder.
To finish Jack Van Camp's line comes into the day, not including the 1 inning he's pitched so far. The 2 innings he's pitched so far today, .81 ERA and a 1.39 whip on the year for the super senior left-hander.
Here's the first pitch to Klosterman. Swings and misses a fastball he was well behind. And it's 0-1.
I was in the middle of a thought when we were talking about Aaron Booth's home run at the end of the last half inning, and was talking to Matt Booth, Aaron's older brother, and he said when you made the call on that home run, he said it couldn't have happened to a nicer kid, and he said, I'll agree with you. He said, I'm his older brother, and he said I've never seen the kid in a bad mood. Just couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, and had some injury problems, and he's overcome them. And so nice reward for Aaron Booth tonight.
Counts 2-1 here to Klosterman. Well, you get an older brother to tell you that you're a good kid. That's the highest compliment you can get. I don't care who else says it. If your older brother tells you that you're a nice kid, that you're a good kid, you couldn't happen to a nicer kid. As it counts now 2-2 as it fouled away. That is the highest a guy can get.
The epitome of good?
It is the epitome of good. You cannot get anybody else that can say anything that you're nice that will mean as much coming from your older brother. And I don't mean that because, well, then maybe Aaron Booth adores his older brother. I don't know. But just because of how brothers are, as a 2-2 pitch is outside, fouled out of play, and it's now 2-2. I know my older brother. If he said that about me, I'd probably ask him what's wrong with him before I even said thank you.
I think that would be expected out of most conversations between younger brothers and older brothers.
Right. So to have that, to hear that, there's a ground ball to the right side. It'll be fielded by Bennett Dean. Up to underhand flip it to Van Campany. Dean dropped the ball. Couldn't get it out of his glove, and it'll go down as an error on Dean in his first and second here with one down in the bottom of the second. Going to bring up Harrison Good.
First error of the night for the Eights. Unfortunately, just a ball, kind of a softly hit ground ball that pulls Dean multiple steps to his right, and Klosterman runs well, and so Dean tried to hurry something a little bit.
Diving grab by Jack Van Camp on the bunt. He's made two outstanding plays, using the turf to his advantage. And there's one down, two down now.
What? Gold Glove.
I was going to say,
just Sports Center top 10.
Can Sports Center
play of the year, whatever you want to call it.
Make it number one, make it number two tonight on Sports Center. Give him the Gold Glove right now. I don't think you're going to see two better plays from a pitcher that you just saw right there at the end of game number one, and here with two outs in the top and the bottom of the second inning. Boy, I get.
You can still see his skid mark on the turf. I mean, he had to come. He literally had to come about 30 plus feet off the mound, and you can see where he slid. And the end of the skid mark is actually on, almost all the way to the foul line.
Runner takes off on the 0-1 pitch. That's outside to Hayden Holick, and Sherbinsky will be at third base. So it's first and third here with two away. Yeah, he slid a long way, but as soon as that bunt went up in the air, you knew Jack Van Camp was thinking, I'm making the grab. There's no chance that ball is going to hit the ground. I'm making the grab. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That's taken for a strike, and it's now 1-2. And he left the mark to prove it, that he was not going to let that ball hit the ground.
And I think that just goes to show you how much this game means to these young men. I mean, it's not just a regular season game. I mean, they're bringing their A game, and that's what you got to do when you play in Rapid City.
1-2 pitch. Runner is off with the pitch, and he'll get to second. It was outside, and the count's now 2-2.
Eights have kind of given up on a steal of second when there's a runner at third tonight, and I think that's probably just a reflection of how well this Rapid City Post 22 team runs.
2-2 pitch is outside, and it's now 3-2 to Hayden Holick. Dylan Marsh is on deck. Why Capitals will see Hayden Holick in the wintertime against the Rushmore Thunder. Here's the 3-2 pitch. There's a chopper. It'll be fielded by Gordon on the run. Throw to first is a strike over there to first base, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, one hit, one error. Two men left on base thanks to the diving grab by Jack Van Camp on a bunt attempt. We head to the top of the third. There is a 1-0 lead for Post 8 over Post 22. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again, with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard, a combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre, or give them a call, 224-5546.
As we welcome you back here to the top of the third inning, it is a 1-0 lead for Post State. As it'll, for the eights will be 2, 3, and 4. McGuire, Rasky, Andy Gordon. Anybody reaches base, it'll be Jaden Wiebe. John McClure alongside Greg Dean. And what has been a couple of fantastic games, and we're only in the top of the third here in game number 2. First pitch is chopped at the plate. It'll be fielded by Tillery. He'll throw to first, and 1 pitch and 1 out. Open up the top of the third inning.
Give a quick shout out to Parker Knox, longtime baseball fan, now living in Rapid City, former Pierre resident, but ardent follower of Legion baseball, and has I know been the public address announcer for Post 22, and just a really big baseball fan. So Parker, we know you're listening. Hope you're having a good night.
Counts 1-0 here to Andy Gordon. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's taken for a strike, and it's now 1-1. You know, and I can't say because I know there's plenty of others that could fight for that spot, but he might be our most as Gordon will ground to the shortstop, and Marshall will make the play, and there's 2 quickly down. He might be our most loyal listener. There's not too many games I don't think he misses.
No, and he just has a big passion for baseball and sports in general. But Parker, the longtime people editor at the Pierre Capital Journal, also owned the Oneida Watchman newspaper for a number of years, and just somebody who still writes a weekly column that goes out via email to I can't even tell you how many hundred people from around Central South Dakota with just. He was kind of the Facebook of the day before Facebook was really a thing. I mean, that was kind of his deal.
Counts 1-1 here to Jaden Wiebe. Here's the pitch from Tillery. We'll go the other way and fouled out play, and it's now 1-2. A little bit of rhyme in there for you. Going the other way.
Going
play.
the other way.
Yeah.
Going the other way.
You got to think about that.
Play. Yeah, I wasn't tracking with you there for a while. So
here's the 1-2 pitch. The look that you gave me was a blank look that usually I give to everybody else trying to figure out what's going on.
The way you were snapping your fingers, I thought you were gonna break into song like Frank Sinatra.
2-2 pitches. Fouled out. No. No.
1, 2, 3, 4. New York.
No. You do not want to hear me sing. Count is 2-2. That's high and outside. It's now 3-2. I'll stick to doing my Bob Uecker impression, my Harry Carey impression.
Your Harry Carey impression is actually really good.
I will not be singing. Even if I was trying to sing like Harry Carey, I would not still sing.
I know. That may draw an FCC violation if anybody sang like Harry Carey.
3-2 pitch is grounded to the second baseman. Sherbensky will throw to first. It's a 1-2 inning, all on 3 ground balls from Tillery. We have the bottom of the third. 1-0 lead for Post State. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today, 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
The bottom of the third inning, as it will be for Rapid City Hardhats, Dylan Marsh, Jed Sullivan, and then Riker Henny, 9-1-2, as it's a 1-0 lead for the Eights. Guy kind of wrapped in talking about Frank Sinatra somehow.
I was going to say, you said rap. I thought you were going to start rapping.
Oh, jeez.
Freestyle for a while over there, John.
Here's first pitch to Dylan Marsh. He swings and misses for strike one. I could never do that. Wouldn't even try it on the radio. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is taken for a strike and is now 0-2.
That one of those things that maybe you try in the shower when nobody's listening?
Still not. Nope. not a chance. Not a chance. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Van Camp to Dylan Marsh. Just a bit outside. It's a tough take there from Marsh. Good pitch from Van Camp, but it is a 1-2 count now.
From the perspective we had up here, I was ready to do the punch out.
And he will swing and miss, though, Will Marsh, so he just delayed the strikeout by a pitch. And there's one down here in the bottom of the third inning to bring back the top of the order in Jed Sullivan. 1 run on 5 hits and 1 error so far for Post 8. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Post 22. With 1 down in the bottom of the third inning. As Sullivan flew out, or actually lined out to Van Camp in his first at-bat, grounds the first pitch. Andy Gordon's a high throw. It will knock down Dean. Cade Hinkle will come back to play it. He'll throw to second, and Sullivan will end up at second base. Dean jumped to try and make the catch. Sullivan ran into Dean, and Sullivan is able to take second base. Everybody seems to be okay, and it will be an air charge to Gordon. And there'll be a runner on second here with 1 down. Second air of the ball game now for Post 8.
Yeah, ball that took Andy Gordon to his left and had to square the shoulders and kind of hurried the throw just a little bit. Sullivan runs really well out of the box and just kind of airmailed it a little bit. And so now Post 22 has a runner on second in scoring position, 1 out. We'll see if Van Camp can tiptoe around trouble. Not a lot of trouble right now. You're dealing with a 1-0 lead, but we'll see if he can salsa his way around trouble, maybe.
Here's Riker
I
Heddy.
left you speechless for a second.
Riker Heddy fouled off the first pitch. 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball the right side. That's through for a base hit. Rounding third is Sullivan. He's going to try and score. Pollock will throw it, cut off by Dean. And it's a 1-1 game. The second hit of the ball game for the Hardhats. And we are tied at 1. There comes back to Hunt. Post 8 here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, just a hard ground ball through the right side, just out of the reach of Bennett Dean at first base. And Jed Sullivan, we said that's why he's at the top of the lineup. Good speed right there. And so an error and a hit, and all of a sudden we got a tie ball game here in the bottom of the third.
0-1 pitch to, first pitch to Jake Goebel is taken for a strike. It's 0-1 to the first baseman who struck out swinging in his first at bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss in the turf, and it's now 1-1.
Post 22 playing without one of their notable players, Branson Keel, tonight, a likely MLB draft prospect. So the outfielder and part-time pitcher also right now, depending on what happens with the draft, has committed to play baseball at the University of Utah this fall.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's inside on Goebel, and it's now 2-1. Yeah, he's a guy that and it depends on where he gets drafted. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, not just, hey, I'm going to get drafted, I'm going major leagues, I'm signing right away, no college for me. I mean, there's a big decision to take because where you're sitting at, what the outlook looks like, what they might say that you should probably go to college. 3-1 pitches upstairs, the runner was off, and Goebel has walked, and it's now first and second here with one down, and it'll bring up Jake Solano.
And something that might factor into Keel's decision is the fact that the University of Utah and their head baseball coach parted ways about a month ago, and so the coach that recruited him to come to Utah now is no longer there, and so it's that may factor into the decision. Don't know where Utah is at in their hiring process, if they've been able to find a new head coach, but if you're playing for a different guy than recruited you, maybe who knows what the decision might end up being.
First pitch to Jake Solano is taken low for ball one. Solano grounded out to Gordon to lead off the bottom of the second inning. It's a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the third. Post State won game one, 9-8. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one will miss inside. It's now 2-0. And Cade Hinkle will make his way out and talk with Jack Van Camp. It's the first time that Post State had beaten Rapid City 22 here in Rapid City since the state tournament back in 2017. It wasn't the first time they had won at the Fitz because they had won several games of the Veterans Classic that they played here last year. They didn't beat 22 here, but they did win. I believe they had won 2. I think they had 5 guaranteed games. They won the first 2 games, lost to 22, and then ended up losing to the Colorado team that just wiped the competition of everybody. But ended up winning a couple games here at the Fitz. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's fouled back. And it's now 2-1 here to Jake Solano.
I think that was a good mound visit by Cade Hinkle. Hinkle has caught Van Camp. They've been classmates and has caught Van Camp probably hundreds of innings and probably knows him better than just about, from a baseball perspective, probably knows him better than just about anybody else. And so if he can get into Jack Van Camp's mind, it'd be somebody like Cade Hinkle, and it's so far paid dividends.
Here's a 2-2 pitch now to Solano. It's upstairs. It's now 3-2. It was back-to-back strikes from Van Camp, but it's now a 3-2 count.
We'll see if 22 puts runners in motion here with full count and one down.
Runners don't go, but it's going to be another walk, and the bases are now loaded here with one down the bottom of the third inning. As this inning right now has danger written all over it. Drew Sherbinski will step to the plate with the bases loaded and one down. Post 22 stranded 12 guys on base. Even when they had 10 hits, they scored 8 runs. They still stranded 12 guys on base. As we will have some action in the bullpen, or starting maybe. Brecken Kruger looks like he's getting loose right now. He might be the first guy in relief. First pitch is over for strike one. He has not made his way to the bullpen, but he is working the armbands right now.
And again, Van Camp 17 pitches in the 7th inning of game number 1, now at 47 pitches.
Here's a ground ball. The second baseman, Wiebe, he'll flip to second for one. Back to first. Picked and not in time, though. It's going to be a fielder's choice, an RBI fielder's choice. So it's going to be first and third. It's a 2-1 lead for the Hardhats, nearly getting out of that inning without any more damage. But Sherbinski will pick up the RBI, and it is now a 2-1 game.
And a nice pickup by Jaden Wiebe over at second base, and probably instead of flipping underhand, probably should have made an overhand throw to get a little more velocity on that to Matt Hansen, and might have had a chance. It was still a close play at first base. Just Sherbinski able to leg that out by less than half a step. But that underhand flip just a little less slower in the velocity, and that was probably the difference on that play.
Dalton Klosterman, he is at the plate. 1-0 pitch to him. There's a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. He was well out in front of it. And the count's now 1-1. He reached on an error in the second inning. Worked around that error. Post State now with 2 in the ball game. It's a 2-1 lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Runner was off with the pitch. That one skied out of play. And it's now a 1-2 count. here to Dalton Klosterman. Game 1 from the leadoff spot. Klosterman went 2 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Here comes now the 1-2 pitch from Van Camp. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. 2-run score in the inning on just 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We at the top of the 4th inning. Post 22 has their first lead. They lead 2-1 over Pierre. Listen to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
HOMECARE Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. HOMECARE Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about HOMECARE Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. HOMECARE Services, 224-2273.
Top of the 4th inning, a 2-1 lead for the Hardhats. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean, as it will be 4, 5, and 6. 5, 6, and 7 for the 8s. Bennett Dean will lead things off. Jack Merkwan and then Elliott Life. First pitch from Hunter Tillery to Bennett Dean is taken high for ball 1.
And we'll see if the 8s can rebound here after giving up the lead for the first time in a long time. Had the lead from I think it was the 3rd inning of game number 1 on.
4th inning.
4th inning.
4th inning. So here's the 2-0 pitch. That one will bounce in, and it's now a 3-0 count here to Dean. Dean is 0 for 1, struck out looking. Back in the top of the 1st inning. As the 3-0 is over for a strike, and it's now a 3-1 count. Be Dean, Merkwan, and Life. First 3 hitters. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Dean will foul it off of his leg. And we will have a full count pitch, 3-2.
And that's what makes Hunter Tillery tough. You can get up 3-0, and all of a sudden, just that quickly, you can find yourself in a full count. He's got 2 quick strikes back on the board.
So here comes the payoff 3-2 pitch on the outside edge, and Dean will take it for strike 3. Second time he's gone down looking at strike 3. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 4th inning, or top of the 4th inning. It's actually, for these 3 guys, Dean, Merkwan, and Life, the first 3 hitters, all 3 went down in a row looking from the 1st and 2nd inning on. Outside that double, it's been 9 of the last 10 batters have gone down by Hunter Tillery. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Jack Merkwan. Tillery delivers the 0-1 pitch. Merkwan will foul it back out of play. And it's now 0-2.
And again, really, really happy to see Jack Merkwan swinging a hot stick right now. He just, I know he was really kind of questioning what he needed to do a couple of weeks ago, and it's just one of those deals where you just kind of have to figure out that okay, we're going to do a math lesson. Baseball's a game of highs and lows. That's why they call it an average. And for all the lows you have, you're going to have some highs, and they're just one at bat closer if you keep grinding.
Merkwan will ground it to the third baseman. A throw is a high one, but it is caught by Goebel. That tall man over at first base is able to get the stretch and the high throw to make it 2 down now here in the top of the 4th to bring up Elliott Life.
And that's the difference between the 6'4" Goebel and the 5', probably 9" Tillery, who played first base for the first 5 innings of game number 1. If that same throw is made when Tillery's there, he's got to come off the bag, but Goebel able to stay on the bag and corral the out.
First pitch to Elliott Life is a swing and a miss. As Life is 0 for 1 with that strikeout. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He'll check his swing. He did not hold up. So it's now 0-2. Into the number 3 hitter this inning, as Tiller is looking for a second 1-2-3 inning in a row. 0-2 pitch on the outside edge, and it's taken for strike 3, and that will retire the side in order from Hunter Tillery. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We have the bottom of the 4th. Post State trails the Hardhats 2-1. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we hit the bottom of the 4th inning, it is a 2-1 lead for the Hardhats, as it will be 7-8-9 for Rapid City. Harrison Good, Hayden Holick, and Dylan Marsh, the first 3 hitters to face Jack Van Camp. First pitch from Van Camp to open at the bottom of the 4th. Just taken inside for ball 1. 2-1 is their score. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Have a day off tomorrow. And then Post State will play 4 games, at least 4 games, from Friday through Sunday. 1 on Friday night, 2 Saturday, and then 1 Sunday morning, but potentially could play Sunday night again. As a 2-0 pitch is blooped into right field, and it'll land right on the line for a base hit. Rounding first, long turn. It'll be a leadoff single for Harrison Good. Drop that one right down the right field line. That'll be the leadoff hitter. And a runner on first here with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Just fisted one the other way, just an inside-out swing, and actually literally just dropped it on the first baseline about 30 feet out into what would be the outfield grass if we actually had grass. But well-placed ball. I don't think he could have thrown it from home plate any better and placed it that way.
Hayden Holick will try and bunt the first pitch. He bunted it and went off of Hinkle. So it's 0-1, but it caught Hinkle where there's not much protection up around the upper thigh. Doesn't feel good because there wasn't a whole lot of, from that bunt attempt, didn't really knock that speed off the ball very much. 0-1 pitch is outside, and it's now 1-1.
All it did was redirect it in a direction that Hinkle was not expecting.
Well, Hayden Holick does play hockey, but Hinkle's not fully geared up like a hockey goalie. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That is over, and it's now 1-2. Though he does have the hockey goalie mask on.
Got a glove.
Got a glove.
Got shin guards.
Doesn't have a stick.
Doesn't have a stick. Got shin guards. Got a chest protector.
Doesn't get those arm off the arm, shoulders and stuff. There's a swing and a miss. Back pick to first, and it was a ball in the turf that Dean was able to pick out, but it was a strikeout of Hayden Holick, and there's now 1 down, and I'll bring up Dylan Marsh, who is also a strikeout victim of Jack Van Camp. That was back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runner on first here, the 1 down, the bottom of the 4th. Here's the first pitch, taken for strike 1. 7:30 on Friday will be our first of 4 games, as we'll be on the air around 7:10, although there's about 3 games in front. There's a ground ball, the runner in motion. Have to wait for it. The throw to second for 1, back to first is not in time. So it'll be a fielder's choice, but Harrison Good, who took off for second stutter step, like maybe it was a line drive when he should have continued to run. He wasn't really that close to getting hit by the ball. So good ended up getting thrown out at second, and there's still a runner on first base on the fielder's choice with 2 away to bring up the top of the order for Jet Sullivan.
We'll give you that schedule for the Dakota Classic for the weekend for Post 8. Friday night, 7:30 Central Time, the 8s take on Wayzata, Minnesota. On Saturday, they got a pair of games. First one at 5 o'clock against Norfolk, Nebraska. And then at 7:30, they face Sioux Falls West. And then they finish off pool play Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. against Jackson, Minnesota. And as a reminder, that game is on
Capital City Rock. But it will still be available to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll just be on Capital City Rock on the radio. 0-1 pitch is upstairs. It's now 1-1. If they win their pool, whether it's at 3-1 or 4-0, that would probably be the 2 records they have to do to try and win the pool. If they go 2-2, probably not going to be enough. Although unless everybody goes 2-2. 1-1 pitch. There's a line shot for a base hit. Elliott Life will come up. He'll throw to third base, trying to get him out. Throw to third in time by a long shot. What a throw from Life from center field. And Gordon puts down the tag, and it'll end the inning. Here at the bottom of the 4th, what a throw for the center fielder. We head to the top of the 5th. 2-1 lead for Post 22 over Pierre. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Top of the 5th inning, it's a 2-1 lead, as it will be 8-9-1. But Brecken Kruger will be the pinch hitter. He will hit for Isaac Pollock, as he'll get his first at-bat of this doubleheader. And we might see him in relief at some point in this ball game. But so it's going to be Brecken Kruger to come to the plate to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning. Hunter Tillery will deliver the first pitch. Swings in a foul tip off the mitt of Solano. Go back to my point, or what I was trying to say too, is that Post 8, if they win the pool, will play at 5 o'clock in Harrisburg Sunday night in the quarterfinal round. As the 0-1 is at the knees, it's now 0-2. If they would win that, they would go then to the semifinal on Monday morning at 9 o'clock at Augustana. That's where the semifinals are located. And the championship. 0-2 pitch. Kruger swings and misses and will strike out to open up the top of the 5th inning to bring up the number 9 hitter, Matthew Hansen. If they don't win the pool, they're done Sunday morning after their final game. If they lose in the quarterfinal, they're also done. Won't play on Monday. And their next game would be then Tuesday back at home against Excelsior, Minnesota. Here's the first pitch to Matt Hansen. That one's taken for a strike.
According to my boys, there's a South Park reference in there someplace, I think. Excelsior.
I never got into South Park.
I didn't either.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
I'm going totally on secondhand information. Probably shouldn't say that in a public setting.
Probably South Park might not be the best show to talk about on the radio. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled out of play, and it's now 1-2. My mom would not be listening because she's fast asleep as it's almost 10 o'clock Central Time. But if she was listening, Mom, I've never watched an episode of South Park. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball on the left side. It'll be fielded by the third baseman, Henny, the throw to first, and there's 2 quickly down here in the top of the 5th inning. Bring up the top of the order in Kate Hinkle. If she's not listening, I'm still not going to say if I did or not.
It's recorded on YouTube. It's you just have.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, I mean, even if she comes back and listens to this game, you can claim innocence.
That's right.
It's recorded for all of posterity.
Here is Cade Hinkle with 2 away and nobody on base. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1.
Hunter Tillery having a nice outing just through pitch number 65 of the day, through 4 2/3 innings so far. So he's doing a nice job in terms of being efficient with his pitches, and after giving up 5 hits in the first 2 innings, he has shut down the post 8 bats over the last couple of innings.
Count is 1-1 here to Cade Hinkle as he fouled that 1-0 pitch out of play. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-1 here to the catcher.
Give you a quick look at Tillery's line for the night so far. 4 2/3 innings, has given up those 5 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. Has not walked a batter and struck out 6 so far tonight.
One comes inside, and it's now 3-1. As Tillery delivers the 3-1 pitch. That's high for ball 4, and it's a 2-out walk that will extend the inning to McGuire Rasky, who is 1 for 2. We'll State just down by 1 run. A gap shot somewhere for McGuire Rasky could tie the ball game up. And maybe it's going to be tough. Hinkle runs fast, but a left-handed thrower might be a little tough to put the runner in motion. But if they do, it wouldn't be a bad time with number 2 up outside for ball 1. You're in the top of the 5th inning, so you feel like you can probably get back to the top of the order by the time this game rolls around. But if you get that runner in scoring position at some point in this at-bat, and even if you don't, he gets thrown out, you got 2, 3, and 4 to lead off the 6th inning. That's upstairs for ball 2. Or if, as we'll have a mound visit, I was about ready to say, or maybe Tillery will help you out and get you 1st and 2nd, as he's now struggling to find the strike zone with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning.
Probably just a quick mound visit, maybe detected a little bit of a mechanical flaw in Tillery's delivery, and while the post-22 pitching coach is just finishing up his chat with Tillery, Coach Brian White comes out of the post-8 dugout, has a quick word with McGuire Rasky.
Hey, Coach White had a little bit of stuff worked on around his shoulder, and so he can't use that shoulder very much. He couldn't sweat for a while, but then he couldn't use the shoulder as it's now 2-1. That's why Coach Nas has been over at third base, mostly because there's no way, Coach White said, there's no way I can tell myself not to wave someone in with that shoulder, so I'm going to stay in the dugout to make sure I don't do it. 2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. Be fielded by the shortstop. Step on the bag at second to retire the side. Here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-1 lead for Post 22 over Pierre. Listen to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
As we welcome you back here, bottom of the 5th inning, Jack Van Camp still out, working on the mound, as he will deal with 2, 3, and 4. Riker Henny, Jake Goebel, and Jake Solano, the first 3 hitters. The Aids are looking to extend their winning streak to 9, but are down 2-1 right now in the bottom of the 5th inning. If they can extend that winning streak to 9, they got a chance to get to double digits by the end of Friday. They play one game on Friday at 7:30, and then two on Saturday at 5 and 7:30, and then the final game on Sunday morning at 9:30. So you get a chance to sleep in going into Saturday morning. You don't get a chance to really sleep in Sunday morning. You get right to the ballpark, especially after you play the last game of Saturday. You come right back and play the first game on Sunday. Here's the first pitch to number 2 hitter Riker Henny, and he swings and fouls that one back. And it is 0-1 here on the third baseman.
And for Post 8, four games or more this weekend in Sioux Falls. Day off on Monday. Come back home on Tuesday. Doubleheader.
That one's a line shot. That one is in the right field for a base hit. Jaden Wiebe had a layout effort. And the leadoff man is aboard. And I'll bring up Jake Goebel.
8's doubleheader at home against Excelsior, Minnesota on Tuesday. Follow that up with a doubleheader at home on Wednesday. Day off on Thursday, and then they head to Minot, North Dakota for 4, maybe 5 games as part of that tournament, weekend tournament up there, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, just 4 teams in that tournament, but they will play all 3 teams in a semifinal matchup Saturday night, and the championship would be on Sunday, as the count is now 2-0 here to Jake Goebel. A 2-1 lead right now for the Hardhats in the bottom of the 5th inning. 5 hits apiece for both Pierre and Rapid City. This is the only time we come to Rapid City. 2-0 pitch. That is skied out to center field. Major league pop-up. LA Life can't find it. He's still going back. He'll make the catch, and there's one down. That ball got so high, it went above the lights where Life lost it for a moment. And there's now one down here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, you will likely not see a ball hit much higher, at least off the bat of a high school kid. I mean, that was, you called it. I mean, that was a major league altitude kind of pop-up out into just kind of medium deep center field.
First pitch is over for strike 1 to Jake Solano. I thought that was going to go into orbit and become a second moon here in Rapid City. Man, that was skied up there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off. The throw to second. The tag applied by Wiebe, blocks the base. He's got him out at second. What a throw from Cade Hakel. And a good job by Wiebe. Get the tag down. There's now 2 down. Nobody on base. The count's 1-1 here to Solano.
Jack Van Camp now at 71 pitches on the night. He's got 17 left here in game number 2 of this doubleheader. He's got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. I would certainly like to see him get through the 5th inning and get into the 6th, maybe even be able to complete the 6th if he can work quickly.
You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled back, and it's now 2-2. 10 o'clock, back home, Central Time. I will say right now, because baseball has no time limit, but I will say right now, we're in a much better spot than the last time we were here in Rapid City for Legion Baseball. 2-2 pitch. There was a fly ball out to center field. LA Life will come in. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. An unconventional 1-2-3 inning for Jack Van Camp. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. And at the top of the 6th inning, it is a 2-1 lead for Rapid City over Pierre. Listen to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Spring is finally here, and it's time to be on the lookout for one of South Dakota's most serious noxious weeds. This invader of roadside trees, pastures, and range is leafy spurge. This noxious weed infests over 300,000 acres. It's a perennial with a distinctive yellow-green color and stems that contain a milky sap. Roots can reach over 20 feet deep. There are several control options that producers can look at, including herbicide and biological control. If you have questions about leafy spurge, contact your local county weed and pest supervisor or the South Dakota Department of Agriculture.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
As we welcome you back here in the top of the sixth inning, Andy Gordon will lead things off. It is 3, 4, and 5. Andy Gordon, Gene Wiebe, Bennett Dean. This is your time to score some runs if you're Post State. You're down 2-1. You've gotten 5 hits so far against the starter Hunter Tillery. Third time through the order. This is the making of what you want to have to score some runs here and take the lead on Post 22. Post State has not scored since the first inning. They had the bases loaded with 1 out. They got a wild pitch to score that run. That was the only run they were able to get across in that top of the first inning. Here's the first pitch to Gordon. That one will miss for ball 1.
Yeah, and after seeing 17 runs come across the plate in game number 1, game number 2's turned into a pitcher's duel, kind of like what we expected.
There's a ground ball off the end of the bat by Gordon. Underhand flip to first base from Tillery to Goebel, and the leadoff man is retired here in the top of the sixth inning, as that will bring up now Jaden Wiebe, who is 1 for 2.
And got some action starting to develop down in the Post 22 bullpen. I can't quite see who that is right now, but somebody has taken some has sprinted down there to try to start getting loosened up. No bullpen catcher yet, just working on the armbands.
Jaden Wiebe will take ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's now 1-1 count here to Wiebe. He's 1 for 2, singled back at the top of the first inning. Tillery gave up 3 hits in the first inning, 2 in the second inning, 0 in the third, fourth, and fifth. That one pitch will be a bouncer that ends up hitting the umpire's mask and kind of went off the side of it. He seems to be okay. I guess if there's some negatives to a turf, that might be one of those negatives where if it's at the most in a dirt infield, it'll get you in the chest protector. That one came up all the way in the mask. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Wiebe ground ball to third baseman, backing up on us. Henny, the long throw to first is in time, and another ground ball out. And there's 2 down now here at the top of the sixth. It'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Bennett Dean.
And that's why you don't turn your head if you're a catcher or an umpire wearing that just not wearing any kind of head protection, and Burt Reddy just wearing the baseball cap and just the face mask, and so you want to make sure that you don't turn your head, because if you do, you're going to catch it right in the ear.
First pitch is over for strike 1 to Bennett Dean, who is 0 for 2. And a strikeout victim looking both times he's come to the plate. 2 down here, nobody on the top of the sixth inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Dean will pop it up. It'll be right at the plate, caught by the catcher in Solano, and it's a 1-2-3 inning again for Hunter Tillery. As we head to the bottom of the sixth, Post 22 trying to up their lead. The Eights are looking to keep it a 1-run margin. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
ServiceMaster of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give ServiceMaster a call at 224-9919. ServiceMaster, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. ServiceMaster, 224-9919.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Bottom of the sixth inning, it is a 2-1 lead. Brecken Kruger is now on the mound trying to keep this a 2-1 score. Jack Van Camp will make his way out to right field. That'll be the only changes, although the lineup now will have Jack Van Camp in it. He will hit for Jack Merkwan, will be the leadoff hitter in the top of the 7th inning. And we're hoping that we can get to that top of the 7th with a 2-1 score between post 22 and post 8, as it will be 5, 6, and 7. Drew Sherbensky, Dalton Klosterman, and Harrison Good be the first 3 hitters here for the Hardhats. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean on a beautiful Wednesday evening here in Rapid City. And Greg, I gotta tell you what, these have been 2 really good baseball games here for post 8, post 22 also, but also for post 8.
And I'm just going to tip my hat to Post 8 right now, and I think this really talks about how far this program has come. I mean, there were a lot of years over the history of the program where if Post 8 just stayed within 10 runs in any given game, you kind of called it a moral victory. And regardless of the outcome of this second game, the 8s are going to have a winning record against Post 22 in the regular season this year, barring them running into Post 22 at some point in either the Gopher Classic or possibly. No, they won't. That would be the only chance they would see him again in the Gopher Classic until the postseason. So tip of the hat to Brian White and Nathan Nas and how far they have moved this program along over the last several years.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. That one is skied out to center field, but Elliott Life has it played perfectly. And there's one down here to open up the bottom of the 6th inning as Sherbensky flies out. And it'll bring up Dalton Klosterman, who's 0 for 2, reaching an error back in the 2nd inning.
There was a blog post from 7-8 years ago written by one of the Rapid City faithful that talked about how they were better off scheduling games against some of the higher end teams from out of state rather than coming to Pierre and have what they called glorified batting practice. And that became bulletin board material for some of the Pierre baseball players for a while. And again, the fact that the 8s have beaten Post 22 twice this year and are locked in a 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th, again, just speaks to where this program has come over the last several years.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one just misses, and it's now 3-0 here to Dalton Klosterman. At post 22, while they've picked up some wins in Pierre, they have not picked up a win against Post 8 since 2019 in Pierre, as there's a one-out walk issue to Klosterman. Will bring up Harrison Good. Both times that Post 22 came to Pierre the last 2 years was a walk-off infield single last year, and a win against the 20, and didn't even need a walk-off win against 22 this year. Won by the top of the 7th. That one's fouled out of play. And it's 0-1. The blazing speed of River Iverson last year.
Blazing speed. Speed.
That was the quickest way to make him smile at any point. I told him that he had blazing speed. He every time had a big smile on his face. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off. The throw to second. Wiebe put the tag applied. Got him out at second again. Another guy who's caught stealing from Cade Hinkle and Jaden Wiebe. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The count's 1-1 here to Harrison Good. It's happened now in the 5th and the 6th for the 8s. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 1-2.
And that takes some doing. Klosterman runs well, and he's got some wheels, and to gun him down, and just really good pop time from Hinkle behind the plate.
1-2 pitch. He'll reach for the 1-2 pitch. Out towards left center field. McGuire Rasky is there. It's a scoreless inning from Brecken Kruger. And that will send us to the top of the 7th inning. Post 8 needs at least 1 run to send us to the bottom of the 7th. As it will have 6, 7, and 8 due up. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
CommTech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. CommTech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at CommTech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, CommTech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. CommTech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. CommTech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at CommTechPlus.com.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Top of the 7th inning, Jack Van Camp will get the lead off here in the 7th. 6, 7, and 8. Van Camp, Elliott Life, and Brecken Kruger. As the Hardhats will be looking to close this one out. Tillery is on the mound looking for a complete game. He gave up 1 run. It was a wild pitch. That run came in to score back in the top of the first. They were down 1-0. Then 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. That's all we've had in this ball game. In a pitcher's duel. Van Camp, though, will lead things off. The first pitch to him is taken for strike 1. After what we've seen from Van Camp, with the play in the first inning, a diving catch, the play in the first game, diving catch in the second game, why not give him a chance to swing the bat? 0-1 pitch is outside edge again, and it's now 0-2. So Van Camp got to battle up. Aaron Booth hit his home run with a 2-strike count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just a bit outside, and it's now 1-2. Catcher didn't move his glove, Solano, but he was set out near the the right-hander batter's box. So now Tillery will deliver the 1-2 pitch here to Van Camp. Swings and misses. And the 7th opens up with a strikeout. And it'll be now Elliott Life and Brecken Kruger. Actually, Aaron Booth will come in and pinch hit for Brecken Kruger. So that means we will have a new pitcher in the bottom of the 7th if we get to the bottom of the 7th inning. Post 8, I'm sure Coach White knows who he's going to have throw, but more concerned about trying to tie the ball game up. First pitch is hit out of play by Elliott Life.
And Tillery on the strikeout to Van Camp. Really tough on the left-handed sticks tonight.
0-1 pitch to Life. That one will miss out of the zone. It's now 1-1. Life is 0 for 2. He struck out looking both times. Post State has not gotten through the lineup through a full 3 times yet in this game. And if they go 1-2-3 in this inning, Hansen will only get 2 at-bats the whole way. There's a swing and a miss by Life with the off-speed pitch, and it's now 1-2. Matt Hansen, the number 9 hitter. He'd be up to the plate if anybody reaches. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Life will spoil that one, fouls it out on the left side. Do it again here at 1-2.
Hunter Tillery, again, just very effective. 88 pitches so far tonight for the left-hander.
1-2 pitch, outside and low, and it's now 2-2. If the Hard Hat bench wanted it, didn't get a whole lot of reaction from the home faithful. Now here's a 2-2 pitch to Life. Swings and misses, and there's now 2 down here at the top of the 7th. And it'll bring up Aaron Booth, who will pinch hit with 2 outs and nobody on. And he will check in with the home plate umpire. Booth, 1 hit so far today. It was a 2-run homer, was a difference in game number 1. Trying to extend this game to Matt Hansen. Here's the first pitch from Tillery to Booth. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. I think Booth might have been thinking of making a 2-2 game on that swing.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, if you're gonna go up hacking, I mean, that's what you need to do.
0-1 pitch will miss low, and it's now 1-1.
Go up, sit on that first pitch fastball, and if it's right down in the middle of the plate, right down in the coffee can, just take a big old hack and see if you can tie this thing up.
Here's a 1-1 pitch to Booth. That one's on the outside edge. It's now 1-2, and Post 8 down their final strike here in game number 2. Hardhats are looking for the split. Post State won 9-8 in game 1. It's 2-1 here in game number 2. 1-2 pitch. That's upstairs, and it's now 2-2. This will be, if this score holds up, be the first time that Post State, or I guess the second time Post State has lost a game 2 in a doubleheader. The only time they lost a game 2 is when they were swept by Sioux Falls East. 2-2 pitch is popped up, foul territory. Will it get out of play? It will barely get out of play. So we'll do it again at 2-2. A little bit of extra life here for Aaron Booth.
Yeah, and 8 still have a pulse.
Matt Hansen is on deck. Cade Hinkle would follow if those two are able to get on base. Tillery from the windup. Long look in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one is low and is taken for ball 3.
Post 22 guarding the lines. Henry at third just to step off the third baseline. Goebel at first just to step off the first baseline. Trying to protect against anything. Extra bases.
3-2 pitch is taken for strike 3. Booth looks at it and he'll strike out the side for Tillery to end the ball game. And Post State will earn a split with Post 22, or I should say Post 22 earned a split with Post State as they win it 2-1 here in game number 2 does the Hardhats. We will step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap this one up. Listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game?
Yes.
Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post State apparel? All Around Graphics and Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue, or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics and Pierre, your one-stop shop.
AGTEGRA in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust AGTEGRA in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call AGTEGRA of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
As we welcome you back here at 2 of the Fits, it is a final in game number 2, a 2-1 win for the Post 22 Hardhats. John Wickler here as we will see if we can get a word with Coach Nathan Nas before we wrap up the broadcast here. A 9-8 win in game number 1, a 2-1 loss in game number 2 as the Eights end up out-hitting Post 22 in those 2 games 19-15. Having 14 hits in game 1 and 10 hits in game number 2. The 2 errors turn out to be a difference maker for that ball game for the Eights in game number 2 as they scored. There was 2 runs on one of those 2 errors. I believe both runs for Jack Van Camp will be unearned runs as Coach Nathan Nas making his way up here in the broadcast booth as we talk. Coach, hey, you get a split with Post 22 on the road. This was the first time since 2017 state tournament that Pierre has come into the Fits and won a game against Rapid City Post 22. You guys played real well here tonight in 2 games.
Yeah, we got a lot to really be proud of that first game. Came out swinging the bat well and just competed. Yeah, really not a lot of bad things to say. That second game we competed. Jack competed for us on the mound. We hit the ball hard just right at him that second one.
You still end up with 5 hits. They end up with 5 hits as well. I guess the difference is those 2 errors. They left 5 guys on base. You left 4 in that second game. 14 hits in game 1. Boy, that first inning when Post 22 had 3-0 lead, everything was just falling for them. And it could have been easy to kind of lay over and say, all right, well, this is how 22 wins their games here at home, and we're not going to win this one. You guys battled back and came away with a big win.
Yeah, there's definitely a time in that first inning where I'm like, okay, here we go again, because we've seen that before where they come out and jump out on us big early, and then we just, in the past we've just kind of folded and been like, all right, let's just get on to game 2 and forget game 1. Jaden did a really good job of settling in on the mound and competing, and the kid hates to lose, so even though he kind of got hit around that first inning, we knew he was still going to go out there, still throw strikes, and still get the job done.
Jack Van Camp picks up the save in that first game. He took a ball, and they said the exit velocity was 98 miles an hour coming off the bat of Jake Goebel. It took off the glove of Jack Van Camp, but he used that turf to his advantage a couple times tonight. That was a huge play, and if that play doesn't get made, that might not be a Game 1 win for you guys.
Yeah, he's another one that all these guys in the dugout, they love to compete and they hate to lose, and he might be the one that hates to lose more than anyone we got on the team. So no matter what, he's gonna go through the play, and it almost seems like when plays like that happen, it kind of gives him a little bit something extra. Yeah, it was a huge play. He is a really good defensive pitcher for us, and yeah, coming in 2 games again like he did against Mitchell, pitching twice, really did a good job for us.
Aaron Booth hits a home run that ends up being the difference maker in the game. You guys win 9-8 in that first game. You made it 9-5 at the time. I know you were at the third base coaching box, so you weren't in the dugout or near the dugout after that home run. But I gotta believe that probably had been the best dugout to be a part of in the history of baseball.
Oh, absolutely. Booth would probably be one of the last guys you'd expect to hit the bomb, but he's been putting in work. Finally getting him back off of his throwing arm injury is huge for us. That first game he played second base. I don't know if he's played second base since he's a little leaguer, but he was a kid that when White and I were talking, we trusted just because he's such a competitor. He's so baseball savvy that he's been out of the game for a while, but he really isn't a step behind at all.
You guys are now 10-6 on the season. Your 8-game winning streak does come to an end, but so to win those 8 games, I mean, you're sitting at 2-5 going in that second game against Watertown. You rattle off 8 wins in a row. Now you're 10-6. I feel like when you look back at this season, however it finishes, that's a season-defining stretch that you guys went on because it could have easily turned into another 8 losses in a row instead of 8 wins in a row.
Yeah, it very easily could have went the other way. The guys in that stretch, it was extremely nice in those stretch of games being at home as long as we were. But, yeah, the guys, they competed. We haven't had as much time in practice to get some stuff done as we'd like just with that many games that we're playing kind of back to back there. But, yeah, the guys are competitors. They love to play baseball, and it's showing. They're having fun. And their personalities are kind of starting to show now. Started that first game of the year against 22 and Renner where guys were a little afraid to come out of their shell, it seemed like a little bit, and they've really just kind of started blossoming, and it'll be fun to see where we end up.
You guys will have a day off, a chance to get maybe some practice in or take a day off, whichever. I don't know what you and Coach White have in mind. But then you turn back around and play 4 games in 3 days, at least 4 games in 3 days, if not 5, in the Dakota Classic. What do you expect from that Dakota Classic going into this weekend?
White and I talked to the kids. The big one that circled is that Sioux Falls West game. With them being the only South Dakota team in the pool, we're gonna go and we're gonna go for wins. But that's kind of the one we told the kids, we're gonna set up our pitching for that Sioux Falls West game on Saturday because that'll be the big one. And then making sure we set up our pitching because then I believe we come back next week on Tuesday or Wednesday with more games. So going in for wins, definitely always trying to win ball games and compete the best we can. But the kids know the importance of that Sioux Falls West game, especially as we get later in the season, going to a few more tournaments. There's going to be fewer and fewer games that matter towards that seed points. Just with not playing as many as heavy of a South Dakota schedule in the second half of the season. So just understanding the importance of every single game we play against South Dakota teams.
One last question here. A new field, it's a great playing surface here at the Fitz with the all-turf field. But how does it feel to be one of the first teams to get a win against Rapid City 22 on their new field?
It's pretty nice. I know their GM, Wayne Sullivan, pretty well. So on my way out, I'm going to have to make sure and find him. And anytime I can flip him a little grief, I like to take my chances, take the shots.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Congratulations on the Game 1 win. A big sweep here tonight. A lot to be proud of. And we'll see you on Friday at Sioux Falls at Harmon Park.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Coach Nathan Nas of the Post State baseball team as they went 1-1 here today. A 9-8 win in game number 1 and a 2-1 loss in game number 2 as they're now 10-6 on the season. Next broadcast 7:30 on Friday. Be on the air around 7:10. There are games in front, so it might be a little bit later, but we'll have that broadcast for you. That final game of day number 1 of the tournament for the Dakota Classic. As I'll wrap things up for us here this evening, thanks to Spencer Kelly, our technical producer, back at the station. I'm John Winkler. Final scores once again. Post State, they beat Rapid City Post 22 in game 1, 9-8. Fall just short in game number 2, 2-1, as we say good night from Rapid City.
You've been listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post State Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, ServiceMaster, Rising Hope Counseling, TODD'S Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AIRTECH, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, B&B Equipment, Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Farting Electric, Olson Plumbing, AGTEGRA, All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, CommTech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, Lamb Motor, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, HOMECARE Services, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season long for Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.